Good evening. Tonight I am going to go into a little bit about doing the inner work. I have talked about doing the inner work before. I've been doing the inner work for close to 17 years now. And just whenever I think I'm done, something else comes up. So I had a tarot card reader pop up in my feed. And the title for it was, a relative wanting to come through with a message from the other side. I didn't really wanna click onto it because I didn't feel like it was really meant for me, but it kept coming up and I thought, "Ah, I'll just go into it and see what it has to say, and I can just click off whenever." So, it turns out that the relative that was coming through with a message for me was from my mom. The message basically was to let go of things and move on. Now, I thought I had forgiven my mom for when I was growing up as a child. But when that message started to come through from the tarot card reader, I got very, very teary eyed and emotional. So I knew that there was still some residual healing that needed to be done. And so I really did need to let it go. Um, so growing up as a kid, I never really had a relationship with my mom. I never felt seen by her. I never had any hugs or kisses. I never felt loved by her. And it started to make me think about what it was like for her growing up, what um what life was like for her. So she was the youngest of six kids. Her dad worked for the railroad, so he was gone a lot. He passed away when she was 10 years old, and so my grandma was left to scramble to support her family. And I imagine that maybe my grandmother, didn't have a lot of time to interact with her kids. And so maybe my mom didn't grow up with a loving relationship with her mom. I'm not saying that my grandma didn't love her. Just that maybe she was too busy trying to survive that she wasn't able to show her love to my mom. So, in hindsight, for me, it was like my mom didn't grow up having a relationship much with her mom, and so she didn't know how to show her love to me. And in my mind, I was judging my mom and her parenting skills. But I also realized, because in my mind I was thinking there were so many things that happened to me as a child with her that I wasn't going to pass on to my kids. And I felt that I was a better mother than she was because I wanted to, and I felt um, I had better relations with my kids. I let them know that I loved them. I built relationships with them. I spent time with them, doing things for them and with them. But I also realized that my mom, she she was the one that really kept our family together. So my dad didn't have a strong history of consistent working. And my mom had to I remember my mom working mostly full time in order to keep the family together. So she wasn't around a lot. When she came home from work, I mean, there was 4 of us kids, so she had to clean the house, she had to make suppers, she had to for us. So, again, my mom didn't have a lot of time to spend with us, and when we did have that time together, I don't think she really knew how to be that nurturing person. So, in comparing me as a parent to her parenting skills, I had my issues with my kids too, and I wasn't perfect. I made mistakes. And so I found that there were things that I didn't do right either. So who was I to judge her? I see it now that she and I did the best we could with what we had. And in really going back and thinking about my relationship or my lack of relationship with my mom, I realized that there were a lot of other ways that she loved me without actually saying the words. And it just felt like in those moments of thinking what my mom's life was like and understanding more, that I was able to let it go. We did the best we could with what we had. And when I was able to let that go, I felt such a peace within me, and I knew that I had truly forgiven her. So then it got me thinking about my husband, and I felt that I also hadn't totally forgiven him. I thought I had, but I still carried some anger towards him and the way he treated me. And even though we divorced and it was amicable, and he's still a big part of my family's life. He's invited to all the important family gatherings, and I'm okay with that. I still hold anger towards him, and I can still speak badly of him to others. So I hadn't completely forgiven him either. But with him, I had to go about it in a different way. I had to examine why I was still so angry with him because the anger was coming from me, not from him. I was still angry at the way he treated me, angry that even though he told me he loved me, his actions towards me said otherwise. And it made me realize that we've been divorced almost 17 years and he's moved on and I haven't. I feel very, very strongly that we were meant to be together, that I was meant to forgive him in this lifetime, and I haven't been able to. So for me, this is a choice to forgive him because I'm tying myself to him with my anger, and that I was not going to be free of him until I forgave him. I'm not condoning what he'd done to me. And I've been able to look at it in a way that is healthy for me. So I look at him as being a really amazing teacher for me because he taught me how I did not want to be treated. He taught me that I can't expect others to love me if I can't love myself. And when I left him, that was when I started on my road to healing. I can look at myself in the mirror and I can honestly say, I love who I am. I can honestly feel so proud of all the inner work I've done, all the healing, all the challenges I've overcome to become this person that I am today. And I am such a different person than I was when I was married to my ex-husband and when I left my ex-husband. I am such a different person today. I am so much stronger, so much happier. I have I've come out of my shell. I yeah, I am just a totally different person today. So I look at it now as it's time for me to let it go, to cut the cord that is keeping me tied to him through my anger. So I declare to the universe, I totally forgive my ex husband for all that he did to me because I am not the same person now as I was when I left him. I'm able to let go of that anger. It's time to move on. It's time to move past that. It's time to stop carrying that excess baggage with me of being angry at him the way he treated me. I don't need to carry that anymore because I am not that person that I was way back then. And again, just feeling a sense of peace, a sense of gratitude, and a sense of I've done it. I mean, I was almost there, and now I'm I know that I have let go of that last little bit of residual stuff. So I'm telling you all this because I feel we are all born sweet and innocent. As tiny babies coming into this world, we come in sweet and innocent. And it's other people's stories that shape us. And then sometimes those stories become our stories, whether it's good or bad. And we all do the best we can with what we have. But the thing is, if you don't like the story, change it. It's up to us to change our story. It's up to us and only us. So, I've been changing my story for 17 years. I am at a stage in my life where I have never felt so free and my authentic self. And I hope that for you as well. So have a good evening. Change your story if you don't like it, and be kind to yourself.